spoke English, and we started learning French when I think I was 31 years old, or 30. Yeah, 31. And then a little bit later on, I learned a language called Luxembourgish, and I learned a little bit of German too. And so when you speak a foreign language, sometimes you say things that are really dumb and funny for other people. You don't mean to be funny, but it is funny. But I'm not going to laugh because I've said so many dumb things in French and so many stupid things in Luxembourgish that I'm not going to laugh at you when you speak English. I'm just glad that you have the courage to do it. Okay, do you understand? Okay, tonight, I'm going to tell you two stories, two funny stories, okay? I've noticed that if you're going to understand a language, and especially a people, it's good to understand their humor, their jokes when something is funny. And so tonight, I want you to be able to hear English and interact with me, because we're going to highlight some words so that you can maybe learn some new vocabulary. And then I want you also to see if you can understand the humor. And if you don't understand my jokes, that's okay. There's a lot of Americans who don't understand my jokes either, and they speak English. And so I think Teacher Lai and Teacher Tiang are the only ones that understand how funny my jokes are, and nobody else does. I hope anyway. And then, as I said, I want you to learn some new words. Now, I told you the first week that my job in life, I'm a pastor, a Christian pastor, and I tell people about God, and I tell people about the Lord Jesus Christ. And language is so very important when you do that. One of the hard things to do when you're a pastor and you're speaking about God is to communicate someone or something that people have never seen. Have you ever seen God? I've never seen God, not with these eyes, but in my heart. Like the blind man speaks to other people and he knows they're there. I speak to God and I know he's there. I've never seen a radio wave when I listen to the radio, or when in the internet. I've never seen these impulses that go that cause communication to pass from one to the other, but it does, and I know it exists. And so one of the challenges I have as a pastor is to communicate God, to communicate ideas that are ideas from one mind, one heart to another. It's not always easy. For instance, have you ever seen love? Now, we know what love is, don't we? But we haven't seen it. And to communicate love to someone, to define it, it's not always so easy. So the first story I want to tell you has to do with the word grace. Now, this is not in France. A lot of times, this is the lady's name, Grace, but this is not the lady's name. It's a characteristic of God. It's something that's in God that He shows to us. Can you tell me what grace is? Give me a definition. Now, this is kind of a theological thing. Lai, you may have to give me the word in Burmese. If do you get ladies understand what grace is?
I think Tiudo.
Okay, that's that. Is it Tiudo? Is that it?
Yeah, Tiudo.
Tiudo. Okay. So how would you define that? Give me in English your definition of Tiudo. I see that Elizabeth has come. Hi, Elizabeth. How you doing tonight? Hello.
Hello.
You're looking happy. So
Yeah.
I'm going to make you unhappy. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know what grace is? Can you define grace?
I don't know how to explain in English, but I know in Burmese.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, try in English. Now, I know it's hard. I know it's very hard. And we won't laugh, and we're very patient because it's great that you try to share these things.
Great. Like a gift
Uh-huh.
that we don't deserve.
Okay, very good, very good. I looked it up in the dictionary just to be sure, but it's like unmerited favor. It's like when somebody likes you and there's no reason for it, they just like you. And when we talk about the grace of God, it's his favor that you are God's favorite child. Did you know that? Every one of us who love the Lord Jesus, we're God's favorite child. Let me tell you this story. It's about a lady that became pregnant. Now, do you understand the word pregnant? She's going to have a baby. Okay. And at first, when she's going to have a baby, she's very, very happy. And she and her husband, they laugh and smile. Teacher Tian, Teacher Lai, they're married and they had a baby just recently. And you can see all these 9 months. Teacher Tian, he was smiling all the time. Teacher Lai wasn't smiling all the time. She was sometimes look kind of because it's not always fun to have a baby, is it? So at first you're happy it's coming. And then what happens after the first week or two or a month? You eat something in the morning and suddenly, bah, oh, it's not good. And you throw up and you run to the bathroom and things are not. And finally things start settling down. And then what happens, ladies? You get fat. Okay. Now it's too bad, or maybe it's good. You look healthy. That's what it is. But it gets more and more and more, and you get rounder and rounder. And the bigger you get, when you walk funny. You understand? You walk kind of like a duck. You waddle when you walk. Do you know what the word waddle is? Waddle